Hi, I'm Dan Black, host of Whole Life TV. You know, each week we travel all over the country making new friends who have a passion for organic farming and natural food production. You'll meet farmers, ranchers, restaurant, shop owners of all kinds who have a common goal of producing clean, healthy food for you and your family, while at the same time helping to create a more environmentally safe planet for us all. We hope you'll come along on the journey and find out how you can begin to live the whole life. The old saying goes is that you are what you eat. That is more true today than ever. With industrialized farming, processed food production, and fast food diets, Americans have developed major health problems over the last 30 years, type 2 diabetes being the most prevalent. While that sounds pretty bleak, there are some people that are working overtime to help improve our food supply. One of those individuals has the largest organic farming operations in the Southeast. His name is Will Harris. Will, the fourth-generation owner of White Oak Pastures, believes he has discovered the best way to heal the land and take much better care of his animals while providing clean, organic meats and vegetables for his customers.
The consumers that buy my product do so for a number of different reasons. We'll talk about it, but there are three reasons that I can impact directly. One is my consumers care about the welfare of the animals. And a system like ours, where the animal can express instinctive behavior, is far more compassionate and humane than the industrial model. The second reason is care for the environment. The way we run our farm and manage our animals, we actually sequester carbon. It's regenerative as opposed to reductive, which is what conventional farming is. And the third reason would be the impact on the local community. We have 155 employees in a town with 98 people, one of the most poverty-stricken areas in Georgia, and our payroll is $90,000 a week, so it has a great impact. Now, other reasons they buy my product are things I don't control. Some people believe it has greater nutrient density. Some people believe it is safer. Some people believe that it tastes better.
Two of the major differences between Will's farm and the traditional industrial operation is Will's animals all run free, the cattle, the pigs, and the chickens, and are never given growth hormone or antibiotics, which have been linked to many illnesses in humans.
So everything here is an emulation of nature. Here we try to emulate what happens, for instance, in the Serengeti plains of Africa, where you've got many different plant-eating species rotating through any given area of the plains, antelope, buffalo, different deer, all selecting different species. We're doing the same here with cows and goats and sheep and hogs and poultry.
On any given day at White Oak Pastures, there are literally thousands and thousands of animals of all kinds, including free-range chickens.
Well, these are laying hens. We pastured eggs is a product we sell. We've got about 10,000 hens in 1,000 bird sets, and they roost in these buildings here. They're repurposed from old cotton wagons. They lay in these buildings here. There's laying boxes in there. We feed them a non-GMO feed. They're watered from a well. And we move these sets about every 3 days, so they're always on something green. It does several things. One is it moves where they defecate, because that is very good for this land. But if it's too much in one place, it's toxic, so we move them. They like having something green to eat, so we move them. There's bugs and worms that they are available to them when we keep them on the move. And also it moves them where there's a fresh place where there are no parasites or other pests. So it's pastured poultry, we think, produces a much better product. And it's certainly better for the welfare of the animal.
One of the most popular products of White Oak Pastures, of course, is grass-fed beef.
So our steak, as compared to feedlot beef, would have less fat and the fat is more delicate in that it has a lower melting point. It's literally a different lipid profile. So you want to cook it carefully, and by carefully I mean don't overcook it. So eat it a little more rare maybe than you normally would. I think the flavor is very, very good, more of a beefy flavor. I think you probably would not want to use as many different marinades or outside flavors. I like just salt and pepper on mine.
Will has worked tirelessly for many years, restoring his land's soil to its original organic state.
I've seen our land improve and increase dramatically. We've actually got environmental engineering data to back it up to show the dramatic improvement the land has made in terms of organic matter and biological activity. It's not just anecdotal. We know that we're doing it, and it's fun for me to do. My passion in life has become taking these old farmed out row crop lands and using animal impact to turn them back into a teeming with life medium that's so much more productive.
Will Harris is making history with his self-sustaining revolutionary way of farming and at the same time inspiring many young men and women who hope to become organic farmers and ranchers in the future.
So I'm 63 years old and I have led a very, very good life. I've had a good ride, good run. And all my life I thought this is as good as it can be. It can't get any better than this. And all my life, the next step has been better and better and better. And this is the best yet.
Today we're in Fitzpatrick, Alabama to meet Peggy Sutton. Peggy is the founder and president of To Your Health Sprouted Flour Company. In 2005, Peggy started her small business in her kitchen, developing baked products. Fast forward to today, Peggy's company now is the largest of its kind in the world.
Well, in part of my personal endeavor, I was horrified to finally understand the extent of how much we poison our food on a daily basis. Conventional farming sure feeds the world, but it's very toxic. Synthetic fertilizers and pesticides are used just rampantly in conventional farming. And we put all of those toxins in our bodies when we're eating conventional food. So when I discovered that clean food is absolutely paramount to quality of health, especially with environmental toxins that we can't do anything about, the least I could do is pick clean food. And so it just made sense that once the company took off, that our company would sell only certified organic foods, because the least we could do is help the consumer with not only a healthy flour, but also a nice, clean, healthy flour.
It all started in Peggy's kitchen.
I bought some wheat berries and I sprouted them in mason jars, dried the sprouted grain, milled it in flour in my kitchen and made a loaf of bread. It was absolutely phenomenal compared to what you would buy at the grocery store.
So you might be asking yourself, what are the benefits of using organic sprouted flour?
A young lady sent us an email saying that she had an autistic child. And for autistic children, a lot of doctors, the first things they will do is they'll eliminate grains from the child's diet. And she said that she had gotten some of our sprouted flour and made some cookies and let her son have a cookie made with the sprouted flour. And she said that it was like Christmas morning because her child did not have a bad reaction to the sprouted flour, and that it was like the first occasion in 2 years that her child was able to have a cookie and really enjoy it and not have any bad reaction to it. A lot of people who have grain sensitivities do not have those sensitivities ingesting the sprouted flour.
We want to thank Peggy for being our guest today on Whole Life TV. If you would like recipes and baking tips, simply go to healthyflour.com. That's our show for this week. We hope you'll tune in again next week for another episode of Whole Life TV. In the meantime, you can watch other episodes online at wholelifetv.com.